Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would love to have you subscribe, like, comment, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So today's video is going to be my second collab with the beautiful Shannon Carroll. And of course, I will have her channel and her video linked in my description box. Now, we had so much fun doing this the last time that we got a hold of each other recently on Instagram and decided that we really needed to do this again. Shannon is one of my dearest friends. She is beautiful inside and out. She does a lot of really fun things on her channel, and I'm pretty much obsessed with her hair, her eyes, and her skin. She is an absolute vision to look at. So we basically did the same thing that we did last time. I took a couple pictures of palettes that I have in my collection, and she did the same. We exchanged those pictures with one another, and then the idea is that we choose the palette that the other person's gonna use along with the shades. Now, what palette did Shannon choose for me? She chose the Juvia's Place Magic Mini palette. And I have not used this in a very long time, and it's one of my absolute favorite Juvia's Place palettes. I love this color story, and I love the shades that Shannon chose for me. She chose this one here called Phaso. It's this really pretty flippy, kind of blue, purple, maybe a little bit of pink shimmer shade. Then she chose this one here called Asia, and it's kind of like a murkier green satin shade. Then she chose this one here called Yamoja, which is this beautiful silvery blue shimmer. Oh, I love that shade. Then she chose this one here called Buzo, I believe that's how you say it. Kind of a more Kelly green shimmer. And then she chose this one here called Yajide. And this is a beautiful kind of dusky blue matte. This is a more like navy blue matte. This one's a little bit lighter than that one. And I just love this color story that she chose for me. Really gonna be fun to put a look together with these shades. So I've swatched the color story here on my arm for you guys, and I think this is really fun. This is gonna be a really fun look to put together. This shade right here is probably my favorite shimmer shade in the palette, so I'm really excited to use that, and I really like these two. This one's really nice too. It looks kind of almost black in the swatch, but it's more of a darker kind of mossy green shade, and I really love that shade too. So yes, those are the 5 shades that I'm gonna be using for my look today. So if you guys are interested to watch my look come together with me using the 5 shades that Shannon chose for me out of the Magic Mini Juvia's Place palette for my collab with Shannon, then please sit back, relax, and let's get started. All right, let's get started on this look for my collab with Shannon using the Juvia's Place Magic Mini palette. And I'm so happy that she chose this palette because it's one of my faves and it's been sitting on my shelf for a while. And I think what I'll do is start off with this shade here called Asia and put that in my outer V, maybe into my transition area just a little bit. And I cannot remember what palette I chose for Shannon. I've been racking my brain this morning trying to remember that, and I just can't remember what I chose for her. I know I really like the palette and I really like the shades that I chose, but I just cannot remember what it was. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start laying this down out here. And this is almost like a black green shade. It looks a little bit more green in the pan, I guess, but on the lid and when I swatched it, it's got, you know, it's kind of got a black base to it, which I think is cool. And she gave me 4 more satiny shimmery shades, and typically when I get shades like that, I just try to do like a kind of a gradient across the lid. I would love to be able to do a really beautiful halo eye, but I don't really do very good at those. So I just try to kind of stick with what I know how to do, and I probably should challenge myself more, but I just don't do that. And this is a really nice shade. Yeah, it's really cool. And what I typically will do is just kind of get the shape going, you know, get things laid down, and then I'll go back with like just a clean brush and go around the outer edge just to kind of make that look a little bit more diffused. I really like how that looks. But sometimes I kind of struggle with that initially, and I have to go back and blend a little bit more. And I would love to know how everybody's doing with their holiday shopping. When this video goes up on the 21st, I'm really hoping by then I have gotten all of my Christmas shopping done. I have done a little bit for my grandson, but I haven't really shopped for anybody else yet. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good with that so far, but like I said, I will take a clean brush and blend that out a little bit more around the outer edge. So now I'm gonna go into this shade here, and this is called Buzo, and I'm gonna put that down next to that shade. And do I need to spray this? I don't think so. Well, no, I think I'm just gonna put it down and we'll see what happens. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. And the thing is I hate to shop. I really do. It's not my strong suit. I don't like to go to the mall or to like a department store really and shop. But my son, typically in the past, I would take him shopping like on the 23rd and just let him pick out his Christmas presents, because I'm horrible about getting him the right size. He lifts weights, like pretty heavy weights, and he's a big kid. So, you know, he'd say, well, I wear a double XL or, you know, 1XL or whatever, it just kind of depends on the shirt or the brand. And I would get him a shirt and it would never fit him. So we decided a couple years ago, let's just go shopping. I'll just take you shopping a couple days before Christmas. You can pick out what you want, and then that way it'll fit you, because his closet is right there and it's full of t-shirts with the tags on it that didn't fit him. And he's not very good, obviously, about taking these things back. And I really try hard to not do that for my kids. Like, you know, they're adults and they need to learn how to, you know, manage their own situations. So I'm like, you know, I'll give you the receipt or whatever proof you need that I bought the shirt for you so you can take it back. But if he's not going to take it back, I'm not going to take it back. So I do need to round up a lot of things in this room, in my daughter's old bedroom, and take it to Goodwill, because there's a lot of really, you know, basically brand new things that I think somebody would love to have. And I love to go thrift store shopping. That's so much fun. But I'm getting off track here. And I do like to do online shopping for people. But like for my grandson, I just really want to go to the stores and pick him out things, because it's so fun to like pick up baby clothes and look at them and sniff them and go crazy over them. Okay, so now I'm pretty much done, I think, with that shade. So let's go into this shade here. I was going to put this shade next to that, but I think I'm going to put this in my inner corner. And so I'm going to put this shade here, and this is called Umoja, which I just used the Umoja palette for my collab with Renee. That's kind of crazy. And put that down towards the front of the lid. And I am going to spray this a little bit. These shimmer shades, Juvia's Place shimmer shades, aren't usually super flaky, I wouldn't say, you know. They're very opaque. They're beautiful. I love the Juvia's Place shimmer formula. But I just felt like it would be kind of good for me to go ahead and just spray that so that, I don't know, wouldn't make a lot of fallout, I guess. But it doesn't typically make fallout, so I don't know. I don't know what my rationale is for things sometimes. As you well know. That's really pretty too. I love that. Very nice. And then what I try to do is kind of feather it over the other shimmer, just so it kind of meshes together a little bit better. And typically I will go back in with my finger and do that. That's really helpful to kind of make them play nicely together. And I'm really excited because I feel like baby clothes makers have gotten a little bit more adventurous with their boy clothes. You know, when my son was little, it's just the most boring clothes. I was like, ugh. My mom and I would have a blast shopping for my daughter, but with my son, we were like, yeah, boring. And now I feel like they've kind of gotten a little bit better about that. And I bought him last year, before he was here with us. My daughter and I would go shopping for clothes for him all the time. And I found him the cutest pajama set. It's like a 2T, so he won't be wearing it for a while. He's only 7 months old. But it's got a dump truck on the front of it, and it says "Haulin' off to bed." That is the cutest thing. And I tell my daughter all the time, I'm like, when he is able to wear those pajamas, I'm going to attack him. How cute, "Haulin' off to bed." So I think I'm pretty much done with that part of it. But I do want to go back in with that shade on my finger and just kind of mush that together just a little bit better, so it just isn't quite so stark difference between the two shades. Yes. See how that's looking. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And then I also want to go back in with, which shade? I think the Buzo shade, this shade here, this green one. I'm going to put just a little bit of that right there just to kind of make sure they're nice and meshed together. Okay, and then I am going to grab a clean brush here, if I can find it. And I'm just going to go around the outer edge of this and just kind of try to diffuse that out a little bit more. Don't want it too much, but just a little bit so it's not quite so stark. So now that my lid is done, I think I will start on my lower lash line now. I did pop a little bit of my e.l.f. concealer on down here, and I am going to use this for my lower waterline. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner, and I think this is in the shade Catsuit. Yes, Catsuit. I just thought this green is a nice match for the eye look. And Shannon actually challenged me to do the peanuts in Coke challenge. Like you put peanuts in the bottom of a glass and you pour Coke over the top of it and you drink it. And I haven't done that yet, but I am going to be doing that soon. I'm going to try to do that before the end of the year. I just, have a lot of collab videos scheduled, and I got to keep going on my collection and declutter series, but I really do want to do that. And I'm very interested to see how that's going to taste. Everyone's like, it's kind of like a snack and a drink all at once. So that's going to be cool. And I've seen Kim do that. Kim's Happy Place. I've seen her do that too on her channel. So now I'm going to go into this shade here called Yajide, and put that across the lower lash line. And I really hope that you guys will go and subscribe to Shannon's channel if you haven't yet already. She's so fun. I love Shannon. She just makes me laugh. She's so uplifting and very kind and very sweet and so supportive of other people, other creators. I love that about her. And she does a lot of really fun things on her channel. And I know that when she gets to 400, she's going to be doing a giveaway. So you guys go and help her get to 400. That would be awesome. She may have already gotten to 400. The last time I checked, I don't think she was there yet, but she's getting really close. And man, I hope she gets there because she really deserves it. She is a wonderful creator, just beautiful, creates beautiful looks. And like I said, she's just really kind and wonderful and supportive. And I think she deserves all the subscribers in the world. And this shade is, obviously blue, but it's kind of got like a, I don't know, kind of a like foggy look to it almost, And I really like that. I think it's really pretty. She did a really good job choosing shades. At first, when I saw the ones that she chose for me, I was like, ooh, that's going to be maybe a little challenging. And, a lot of looks are very challenging for me. I was like, ooh, but actually I'm really enjoying this. I love this palette. And I just was looking through my palettes to send her, pictures to send her. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't used the Magic Mini in way too long. And I was kind of keeping my fingers crossed that she'd choose it. I can't even remember now what the other palette was that I sent to her for her to choose from. We just send each other typically two pictures, two different palettes, pictures of two different palettes. Geez. And then we choose for each other. So that's really fun. And I love how the green waterline shade looks next to this blue shade. This is awesome. I dig it, man. Okay, so now let's do my inner corner. And I'm going to use a shade here called Phaso. And these two shimmers are my favorite out of the palette. So kind of crazy that she chose two of my favorite shimmers. This is so beautiful. It's purple, but it's got kind of a pink and blue shift to it. Where is my inner corner brush? Okay, so I think I will spray this too. And, oh, that's so pretty. God, love this shade. Shannon, you did such a great job choosing these shades for me. I just thought this would look cool as my inner corner shade because it's purple, and it's different than what I have on my lid. I mean, I think that lighter blue shade that I put here would have looked nice too in my inner corner, but I don't know. Just thought this would be more fun. And I love that. Man, that's so cool. Yeah, that's really cool. These are so fun. These kind of collabs are so fun to do because you kind of, obviously have no idea what palette they're going to choose and what shades they're going to choose. And it's just really, I don't know, very creative to me. And I'm really excited to watch Shannon put her look together. I just cannot remember what palette she's using. And I'm not going to ask her because I want it to be a surprise. Just like you guys watched it for the first time. Yes. All right, so I'm done with this eye look. That seemed like it went by really fast. So what I'm going to do, like I do in these kind of collab videos, is I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my other eye, put the rest of my face on. I'll come back and show you how everything came together. I am back and this is the finished look, and I really like how this look came together, and I'm really happy that I had the presence of mind to send Shannon a picture of the Juvia's Place Magic Mini palette, and I'm thrilled that she chose it and very happy with the shades that she chose. At first I was a little nervous, not necessarily about the color story that she chose, but the textures of the shades, because most of them were more like satiny shimmery, but I do think this look came together very nicely. And of course I will show you the palette again, talk to you about it, but you guys know the drill. I am going to go over over a few things I used in my finished look today. On my lips, I used the L'Oreal Paris Color Riche lipstick in 590 Blushing Berry. And let me take the lid off here and I'll show you this up close. I think it's gorgeous. Really nice bullet lipstick. You know, this is not going to last all day. I'd have to touch it up if I wanted it to do that. And I typically forget to take any makeup to work with me. So by the time I get home tonight, this is not going to be on my lips anymore. But it does feel really nice, very nice consistency. It's not sticky, it's not bugging me. And I think it's a beautiful shade. It's always hard for me to choose a shade to go along with eye looks like this, like more blue or green. I never really know what looks good on my lips with the eye look, but I do think this looks nice. And if you don't like it or you do like it, let me know in the comment section what you think of my lip color. And then on my upper lid, I did line it with my, you know, my old trusty here. This is the Flash Cat Eye by Infallible by L'Oreal Paris. And I am just madly in love with this eyeliner. So if you're looking for a new felt tip liner that's affordable, I highly recommend this one. And then for my mascara, I did use the Catchy Eyes mascara in black from Gosh Cosmetics, that Makeup by Pia W. Pia, my dear beautiful sister, she sent this to me. I am so in love with this mascara, and I gave it a break because I wanted to use some of my other mascaras for a little while. And no, I don't need to give, well, I do. I do need to use all of my mascaras, but this is such a wonderful formula. I love the wand. I love everything about it. Great mascara. So now let's talk about the Juvia's Place Magic Mini Palette that Shannon chose for me to use today. And this is one of my absolute favorite Juvia's Place palettes. I really love this color story because you have a lot of different really fun options in here. And I love the quality of the shadows in here as well, the shimmers and the mattes. This shade right here is probably, well, it's not probably, I really do feel that it's my favorite shade in this palette. And I really debated on whether or not I should put it on my lid, but I really do like it as the pop of color on my inner corner. I think that looks really pretty. This shade here is just stunning. It's my second favorite shade in the palette. Beautiful silvery blue shimmer. This shade is really nice too. It's darker. I mean, yes, it does look dark in the pan. I don't know. I can see the green in it when I look at it. I don't know how well you can see that in my camera because I think it looks pretty black in my camera. But when I'm looking at it right now, it looks just like a really dark green. But it does have quite a bit of a black base to it. So that was really fun to just use that shade. I don't know that I've used that on my lid before. I think I've just used it as a liner. And then these two shades here, this is gorgeous. This beautiful green shimmer. Oh, it's amazing. And a very nice blue matte. This I would say is, well, this is kind of almost kind of purple. This is more of a navy blue. This is kind of like a dusky dark blue. Really, really fun shades that Shannon chose for me. Shannon, thank you so much. And I really just need to devote time and attention to my older palettes. I mean, I do that. I mean, most of my palettes are older. But you don't use a palette for a while and you kind of lose the love for it, or you don't remember how much you loved it, or I don't know. And then you use it again and it's like, oh, I just had such a blast putting this look together and I'm madly in love with this palette. And I don't know, I just need to put it on my desk and add it to my stack of things that I need to use more often. And of course, like I said at the very beginning, I will have Shannon's channel and her video linked in my description box. And I really encourage you guys, if you have not yet gone to her channel and subscribed, please do so. She is beautiful inside and out. Very talented, very creative, very funny, very uplifting, and very supportive. I always feel really good after I get done watching one of her videos. She just inspires me and just makes me happy. And I really hope that you guys will go and have that same experience with her. And I really look forward to future collabs with Shannon because I'm sure we will be doing more here together, I hope. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day or evening to sit down and watch my video. It always means the world to me. If you have subscribed or you would like to subscribe, do not forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're aware of all of my future uploads. I cannot wait to see you guys again on my next video. But in the meantime, please take good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I hope to see you very soon. Thanks again, you guys. Take care. Bye.
Drop it.